Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we find ourselves in a Colosseum events, or Onodrim for those of you who are fluent in Elvish, to watch DauT playing as the Goths in red take on Mr. Yo playing as the Turks in blue. Now while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate and very enclosed off surroundings and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Goths are a civilization that worships at the altar of one building and one building alone, the barracks. These structures start out the game working 20% faster, can be upgraded to work more than 200% faster, which is great because in Imperial, the Goths do get 10 extra population space, capping out at 210 versus the normal 200. All Goth infantry units also get progressively cheaper until Imperial when they're discounted by 35%. A little bit of an Ibex trouble here for our Red Goth, it looks like. Or maybe he's just not that interested. He's just not that into you, says DauT to the Ibex. In any event, all Goth infantry also get a progressive attack bonus against buildings, which makes them quite good at taking down castles and other structures in the late game. Now, the Goth barracks itself, the actual structure, can also be upgraded so that it can produce the unique unit of the Goths, the Huskarl. This is a decent infantry unit with one Liam Neeson-style skill, and that is killing archers. It comes with a big attack bonus against archers and base pierce armor that basically makes it immune from almost all archer fire in the game. And to support a big, hungry population, Goth hunters are stronger, they carry more, and their hunt lasts longer. I think that's one of the most cool phrasings of any technology upgrade, bonus feature, whatever in the game. Their hunt lasts longer. In any event, they also research Loom in just under a second, so they are harder to raid and kill almost immediately, or you can use that time advantage to train another villager, because Loom does take the same amount of time to research as it does take to produce one more villager. Now, across the very narrow grass plains, we've got the Turks. Like the Goths built themselves around one type of building, the Turks have built themselves around one type of thing, and that thing is gunpowder. Their gunpowder units are created faster, have extra HP, come with cheaper technologies, and some of their gunpowder units can be upgraded to get extra range. Now, staying on brand, their unique unit is the Janissary. This is a more expensive but less accurate hand cannoneer with more HP, a better attack, and more armor, but no bonus against infantry, which the hand cannoneer, by the way, does have. Now, to support these heavy but expensive units on the field of battle, the Turks can actually field some pretty decent supporting units of their own, even though they're known to have one of the worst trash units in the game, starting out with their scout line units come with extra pierce armor. Take a look at the bottom of your screen right there. 2+1 compared to the basic 2 of a normal scout. Their cav archers can also be upgraded to get extra HP, and their scout line units automatically upgrade to the next age. So what I mean by that is scouts become light cav become hussars the second they hit castle and imperial, which means not only do you save, oh yeah, look at that double whammy there, each player losing a unit. What that means is not only do you save all the resources required to upgrade to light cav and to hussars, not only do you save all the time required, because they do take a while to research, but you also hit the ground running the second you go up to the next age with top of the line light cavalry units. Now, to afford their gunpowder units, which, as you know, are quite gold intensive, and I'm noticing that's going to be a potential problem here for the Goths. Turkish gold miners do work faster. They get the chemistry upgrade for free, and the savings from what I just mentioned about how their scouts become light cav, become hussars, is about 1,300 total resources, 650 gold, 650 food approximately, if not exactly. That is a big savings. Now, why did I say might be a problem for the Turks? Take a look at the minimap. Do you see any gold on this minimap? What's the total gold? I'm going to click all the gold piles in the world here, in the known world. Less than 18,000 gold at the moment. Probably was 18,000, but I see there's already been some gold mining. And the Turks don't get one of those bonuses where, you know, the resources last longer or they drop off extra resources. No, their gold miners just work faster. which means the amount of gold remains unchanged. They just get it faster. And the amount of gold here, 8,800 only per player. Looks like 50 gold has been mined here. Oh, look at that. Just a love tap. And DauT destroys that scout. It looks like DauT will be first to hit Feudal. Mr. Yo just clicked up. I see it's grayed out. Any second now on the top right of our screen should appear an icon. There it is. And look at our Turk has walled himself in with a pretty big wall off. I mean, there's lots of trees he could have used. What are these, mangroves? Yes, they are. There are a lot of trees he could have used here. Another thing I'll point out about the map, aside from the small size, aside from the fact that there's no resources, is all three hills are on Mr. Yo's side of the map. We'll see if DauT, who is putting on the aggression, as DauT is wont to do, makes use of those high grounds. These are two very aggressive players, by the way. Mr. Yo generally not shy about putting on aggression, and DauT, well, we've seen what DauT can do when he sets his mind to it. But who do we favor in this Civ matchup on a map that has this limited amount of resources? I mean, let's ignore Arabia, let's ignore Arena, Black Forest, or Rage Forest, as you young kids are calling it nowadays. On this specific map, where every player has sub 9,000 gold, do we favor the Goths, who can spam infantry, cheaper infantry, all the livelong day? I mean, their Huskarls are expensive in terms of gold, but actually, no, what I meant to say is the Huskarls do cost gold, but they're not expensive. I think in Imperial, it's like 25 gold or something per Huskarl. And aside from that, remember, all their infantry is cheaper, 35%. And not just 35% of one particular resource like the Incas have with the food discount, or I was going to say the Shravamshas, the Gurjaras have. It is a blanket discount. So if they cost food, their food is cheaper. If they cost wood, their wood is cheaper. Or do we favor the Turks, who have incredibly powerful gunpowder units that can destroy this infantry, but are naturally limited by all the costs of upgrading them and getting to them? Although with the chemistry upgrade for free, it is a nice little savings. But Janissaries aren't cheap. Hand Cannoneers aren't cheap. And there is no discount on these units. Janissaries themselves are 55 gold. So who do we favor here? Not to mention, like I said, the Turks with their free Hussars and Imperial. I mean, first of all, let's see if we even reach. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe this will be a game that ends in Feudal, because right now DauT seems to be pushing in. 3 towers are already going up, but 3 will become 2 in a second. These 3 villagers say not on our watch. The police have not shown up. The military is nowhere to be found. So we are literally taking matters into our own hands. They get the tower, take a little break for a second, take a breather, and then get back to work. Because, I mean, villagers are basically like Clydesdale in this game. Clydesdales, they are just workhorses. There is no vacation. There is no mandatory maternity, paternity leave. There is nothing here. They are either working or standing around waiting to be told to work. Mr. Yo defending. So, as always, a fun Civ matchup, a fun player matchup, and a fun map. I mean, I like this map. Look at this. So much lumber everywhere. Our Goth is starting to wall his base in as well. The Goths, I think the developers did not want them to be walled off at all. Who's kidding who? This is a civilization that doesn't even have basic stone walls. Think humans, but unlike the humans, who at least get extra HP on their palisades, the Goths have none of that. But you know what? They do have barracks that work 3 times as fast. So if you have 5 fully upgraded Goth barracks, that's the equivalent of any other civilization having 15 or more, maybe even 16, because it's not 200%, it's 219%. Uh-oh. Mr. Yo says enough is enough. I've got archers here to snipe your men-at-arms. I've got villagers to attack them, but enters into a bit of a Venn diagram of death here. 1 tower to the right, 1 tower to the left, full of who? Full of what? 4 villagers. Might want to ungarrison them and maybe repair your tower? Looks like Mr. Yo is starting to suffer in the stone count as well. Won't be able to get up another tower anytime soon. Villager count's very similar. Military count. You're looking at it, and it just died. 1 unit for 1 unit. What do we have? 1 archer at a third of its HP. And 1 skirmisher slowly making his way across the map. Okay, so our, our Goth is going skirmishers. Wants to get the archer. Oh my god, you're so close. You're so close, you see him. 1 more, 1 more. Or maybe 2 more, maybe 3 more. He got the high ground though, the archer. So longevity increased. Villagers will take down that tower. Archer does die. Mr. Yo, in a move we have never seen from him, is comfortable sitting on 0 army supply. I don't think I've ever casted a game where Mr. Yo is sitting on 0 army supply at the 18-minute mark of the game. I mean, he's down villagers. Maybe that's why. Maybe he's just focusing. He barely has enough food to produce another villager. DauT has just been so aggressive so far. This tiny little map. I think it inures to the benefit of the infantry civ here versus the ranged. For a ranged civilization, you might want to see a lot of choke points, a lot of high ground, a lot of narrow passages where your opponent has to clump up, and then your gunpowder units that generally have horseshit HP. Oh my god, generally have horseshit accuracy. Unless you have access to something like the Arquebus upgrade for the Portuguese, you generally want to see a lot of constricting on the map. Whereas for an infantry civ, this is what you want to see. A super short rush distance, because this is their biggest weakness, is obviously their speed. So if you can close the distance, if you can back your opponent into a corner, that is the best play here. And again, Mr. Yo, 0 army supply. He is going up to castle, though. He is going to get there light years ahead of his opponent. Let's see what structures he's built. We've seen the market. The blacksmith, we know he has an archery range, although where the hell is it? What am I missing on the map here? We know he has an archery range because he produced archers. Did it get destroyed and I just didn't see? Or am I just missing something out on the map? There's a barracks. Okay. Is the reason he's not producing archery ranges because he had his archery range destroyed? Or archer units? Anyway, let's take a look at our Goth. 1 barracks, 1 archery range, 1 blacksmith off to the side, and we just saw him plop down a market. 8 army supply to 0, 44 villagers to 35. Mr. Yo is in some serious trouble here. He's not falling behind rather, to a point of no return. I mean, if he had 25 villagers, I would say maybe GG at this point. But he is starting to. Especially now that he's going to have to rebuild feudal age military buildings. Going for a stable. So the second he hits castle, you'll see this will begin popping out light cav as opposed to scouts without having to research train anything. Or or you can see knights, because why the hell not? I mean, light cav probably would be the better choice, right? He could build a lot more of them with 310 food, just a little bit more, and he can make 4 of them. Although if he canceled the knight, he'd have that food, he could build more. But in any event, defensive castle going up as well. Ooh, I'm not a fan of this location. Very congested in the front and giving up control of the hill. We'll see if that has any impact. The knight, with its not great line of sight, sees the body of archers. DauT has retreated for the moment since his opponent has hit castle age first, but he's got 691 stone. His name is DauT. He's got how many villagers here? 11 villagers. We all know what that means. Where's he going? He's going north. There's no more military buildings here. Ooh, has he? Yeah, he's seen this. He's got the outpost here. By the way, fantastic. Look at DauT's vision. Mr. Yo can't sneeze without DauT being able to say bless you. And now he gets the knight as well. Mr. Yo knocked down to 1 army supply. Remember, these Janissaries got, what's the term, nerfed recently. Their range has been reduced from 8 to 7. Let's see if that actually matters now that elite skirmishers also have a range of 7, which means these Janissaries are not going to be able to get off a shot first. That being said, when you're outnumbered 9, 10, 11 to 3, does one range even matter? Probably not. Who's kidding who? Firing rate, I'd say, would be more important. 3.5 to the what? The 2? The 3. Sorry. Who has 2? Is it archers have 2, right? Yeah, okay. I always confuse the archers and the skirmishers. And now Mr. Yo is in some serious trouble. Second town center going up for him will allow him to start catching up in villager count. And GL.DauT, even though he's ahead 47 villagers to 42, these 10 villagers, they have been idle for a long time. And when I say idle, I mean not gathering resources. I mean, they've obviously built this castle. Now they're building a second town center. What are you building back here? A university. But they have not been gathering resources. So really, GL.DauT's economy is smaller than Mr. Yo's economy. And Mr. Yo now pushing out onto the map. Oh, double kill. You love to see it. But GL.DauT's penetrated the base. There is a Huskarl here now with 7 Pierce armor means this tower is going to do nothing to scare this guy. Palisades everywhere. This outpost needs to be taken out immediately. You can't let your opponent have that much vision. Mr. Yo now being aggressive on the map. What an absolute crazy fun game so far. I mean, the kill count is tiny. The map is tiny. The bases are constrained. Mr. Yo uncharacteristically being incredibly defensive, even when we've seen him, like I called him the king of the holds, the master of the holds. We've seen this before, but I don't think we've ever seen his base so small, so constrained, and I don't think we've ever seen him on 0 army supply at the 20-minute mark of the game. A bit of a farming colony here for our Goth, because why the hell not? You've got a castle defending this, and there's nothing that the Turk can throw at you to get rid of that castle at the moment. And look at that villager count. You think you're looking at a what was I gonna say? A Feudal Age Frankish cavalry unit. One has 45 HP, one has 54 with the extra 20%. But no, that is a villager count. I'm gonna stop trying to make silly, nerdy Age of Empires references, and here we go, Mr. Yo. I mean, again, I called him the king of holds, but he's not done holding yet. There's still a castle here. It's got a Huskarl in it, but he says, no, never mind. It is my turn. Let's see how you defend now that your resources have been spent on being so aggressive. Now that you've got literally nothing but skirmishers. Let's see how well you defend against a bunch of rocks being flung out of a mangonel. He defends with his own mangonel, which gets a good shot off, which means Mr. Yo has to pull a villager. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? The sword comes out. One villager attacks, one villager repairs. At the same time, all of the Janissaries are down. Oh, I don't know if it's because of the extra range. I don't know if it's because of the slower firing rate. The monk, just at the last second, right before the castle goes up, also bites the dust. Wow, what an amazing get here for GL.DauT. What a fantastic get, but now their lives are forfeit. The knight is out. He is going to basically destroy all these. Why are you firing on your own knight? And he's got the town center in his sights, but does he see 2 more in the back? He does not. Let's take a look at gold. Remaining gold for both players. Out of 8,800, 6,100 for our Turk, and 7,200 for our Goth. Oh man, it just hurts so bad when there's such limited resources on the map. Like, seriously, get rid of this outpost. What am I seeing here? Why is there a puff of dust? Oh, because there's a... That just shows you how bad their accuracy is. He is here. He's firing here, and there's a puff of dust here. What an absolute hilarious display of why... of their just bad accuracy. But okay, counter castle up for our Goth. I probably should have looked at the stone count in the beginning of the game as well. Bad dog. This castle has cleared an entire area around it. But it's just houses, a market. Blacksmith is next, probably. But 1, 2 town centers are still up for our Turk. 2, by the way, to 4, which explains why he is not catching up in villager count at all. And Janissaries just out on their own, getting sniped. Is he paying attention? He is not. He tried there at the end to split them, it looked like. Neither player having the high ground. But it doesn't look like our Gothic castle is taking any archer fire. Instead, he's not even bothering to repair this? I thought at least he would repair it. Converted Huskarl joins the Turkish Empire. And becomes an actual Janissary, right? Weren't I think we've been over this. The Janissaries are historically were like captured soldiers who were forced to fight for the Turks or something like that. I may be completely misrepresenting what real life Janissaries were, but in any event, that's super cool to see a Turkish Janissary, a Turkish Huskarl. Oh my god, 7 freaking armor, and Mr. Yo is going up to Imperial. So the King of Holds so far is still just holding. His castle looks like it's coming under attack. Oh no. No wonder it's not attacking this castle. It can't reach it. Where the hell's his Bodkin? It's only at a +1 range, whereas this one has +2. No wonder this castle is taking fire. It's down 1,000 HP since it was built. Huskarl circling around. Would have probably taken that fight if not for this castle. So Mr. Yo being very conservative with his units. If there was another 7,000-8,000 gold, or maybe 3,000-4,000 gold out on the map, perfect attack round there. DPS of these, damage per shot of these Janissaries is just so high, but what's their accuracy? 50% base accuracy. And by the way, finally got rid of that outpost here. So let's take a look at GL.DauT's vision on the map. So it does see the southern perimeter, does see the northern perimeter, whereas Mr. Yo, also not bad, getting up his own outpost. So both players, more Huskarls, both players are keeping an eye on each other. 3 skirmishers against a badly wounded Huskarl. Let's see it. Will he even get... Oh, one more shot and he would have got it. So everyone attacking everyone else's blacksmith. Oh, that would be cool if this castle was attacking that. What I just said would actually be true, instead of just a bunch of bullshit I made up. Another Huskarl gets converted monk, get back into the castle, and he's going straight after that mangonel. Will he get it? There's a lot of bodies blocking his way. No, he does not. Now he's attacking the blacksmith. Okay, so we got blacksmith on blacksmith violence. It is not a good day to be a farrier or a weapons maker. Oh, he gets it. He gets it. Treb coming out for our Turk. Nice and safe here behind the castle. Probably could have put it out in front too, to be honest. It's a lot of Janissaries. Ring archer armor for him as well. So both players kind of just leaving each other's infrastructure out on the map, and these Huskarls have to be careful. But again, the Janissary, this is why I said in my June update video, if you haven't seen that video, please do check it out. Posted it a few days ago. I mentioned how I wonder if an Imperial, Mr. Yo's an Imperial, does not have the resources to upgrade these guys to elite Janissaries. So would it not be better to build hand cannoneers against a civilization like the Goths? I mean, hand cannoneers would come with +10 bonus, right? Against Huskarls, which would just eviscerate them. In any event, 2 Trebs taking down this castle. Oh, he's spending so much stone repairing it. Knocked down to 21 stone, and now the colony is exposed. You have to get the hell out of here. What the hell? Where did you come from? At the same time, though, Mr. Yo is suffering the same fate that he is meting out to his opponent. In this case, just 1 Treb. His stone count a lot healthier. Huskarl's taking the long way around. Didn't want to take any kind of castle fire. Could probably take it. Perfusion. This barracks. Once this upgrade completes, I want us to look at the barracks and see just how fast. Here we go. Take a look. What? Look at it. Look at it jump now. Oh, look at the bottom left. Oh my god, the bottom left of our screen just went bonkers. Okay, the 2 trebs are here, but they're undefended, exposed. Where's Mr. Yo's army? Is dealing with a counterattack here to the side. Perfect timing. And he's using this opportunity to take out this entire base. So, you know what? I mean, I don't think throwing away the 2 trebs was necessarily a good idea, but defending this castle, not bad. Take as much time as you need. Now you've got a bombard cannon out. You've got these Janissaries. There's a lot of movement on the Janissaries, meaning they're not really firing. Could probably, they still outrange the town center. Could probably just use them to help out the bombard cannon here. And they're on the high ground as well. There you go. Kill it a lot quicker. But Huskarls are chasing villagers. Villagers are retreating. And take a look. We've got our first Hussar being built. Or would... Oh, he would be built. He would be trained if Mr. Yo wasn't housed. And plopping down no fewer than 7 houses here. 6 houses. I was going to do a Sesame Count impression, but I think I'm all I'm all impressioned out. Janissaries have to retreat again. Hand cannoneers would have probably been the better option. This is exactly the scenario I hypothesized about in my June update video. What does Mr. Yo do here? Do you commit to Janissaries, or do you spend a little bit of wood, get your archery range back up, and start pumping out hand cannoneers? Oh no, oh no, oh no, go left, okay. So the castle to the right, the hand cannoneers on the left are enough to shoo away the Huskarls, which I think could have probably gotten a bombard cannon, but would have died for it. Literally. Now the Huskarls are here. They are not elite. They are 18 seconds away from having an extra +1 Pierce armor. And these ones have retreated so far back that the Janissaries feel comfortable enough. Mr. Yo with a smaller army. Let's take a look at actual movement speed. 0.96 to 1.15. So not a huge difference on such a small map. What an absolute display of their horrible accuracy. How many Janissaries does it take to kill a Huskarl? Apparently 17 in 3 volleys, but there's a gap in the defenses. The Huskarls move in. Hut, moving double time attack rounds. Beautiful attack rounds by Mr. Yo. Second one, not so great. Bombards are on the left, exposed. Oh no. Will the Huskarls pounce? They do not. Oh, another amazing attack round. Wow. 10 kills. 0 friendly fire. Absolute epic targeting there by Mr. Yo, who now has the actual army supply lead. But take a look at his villagers. His eyes on the map are also being poked out slowly. Outposts are falling. Castle is down. He's got this over here. So his half of the map he sees clear as day. Another castle right in the vision of DauT. This is a real DauT off over here. And now he's going to take on these skirmishers. Monsieur, it looks like he kind of maybe possibly wants to transition into Hussars. They're out. They have barely any upgrades. Remember, they just come with extra Pierce armor. Not really any armor at the moment that's researched at all. And the last of the Hussars dies, but 2 more in the production tab. Oh man, 72%. Is this castle going to go up? Not enough Huskarls. Oh, DauT is just throwing whatever he can at this castle. Okay, good idea to shell it from behind. Are you training? 2 more trebs are being produced. Do you train a treb or do you produce a treb? There we go, hand cannoneers. This is what I wanted to see. Take a look at this. Infantry +10. These Huskarls are going to melt. Unless they can close the distance, in which case they have a +6 attack against archer units and more HP. A little bit more HP. Both players have blinded the other. But right now it's Mr. Yo who's here with a castle that looks like it's about to fall. 24 stone, definitely not enough to repair it. Will the treb get out? No, the third treb doesn't manage to get it. It was like at 99% right before the castle fell. But to be honest, with this castle falling, maybe use the 200 gold for something else. Look at the bottom left of your screen. Look how quickly they train Huskarls. Oh my god, it's gross. How many barracks does our Goth have? 4 barracks. So 4 barracks, like I said, with perfusion fully upgraded, is the equivalent of 12 to 13 generic barracks. How much wood that saves you? How much actual space on the map it saves you? Okay. Our Goth doing a pretty good job dodging these bombard cannonballs and destroying these Janissaries. Amazing. And he's trading out cheap trash units, but here come the hand cannoneers. Range also 7. No Hindustani Shatagni upgrade for them. You've got 2 Trebs against 3 bombard cannons. Hera made a video recently about how he prefers the bombard cannons to the... Oh, looks like he hit himself there. To the Treb. Hussars attacking houses. Hussars attacking houses. The center is being pushed. Army supply nigh identical. Villager count, though. Our Goth is still 16 villagers ahead. How much gold does he have left? 1,700 gold. Our Turk, 500. So our Turk is about to run out of gold, but 30 villagers on food and about what? The Amazon jungle's worth of wood here means that he can start producing hussars for days on end, but our Goth can start producing super cheap counter units. Just needs to get rid of these hand cannoneers. He needs to get rid of these archer units basically, and then he'll have a much more stable chance of countering the Turks, because right now, okay, he is getting a few shots. Oh, I was gonna say he's getting a few shots off, and the Huskars are closing the distance here. But I think they were on move command a little bit too long. They did a little fancy maneuver when they moved here on the right side. And now the Hussars are out. The bombard cannons are still around. Where are the 2 Trebs? One is over here. One is right next to it. They are exposed. There are no more castles for our Goth. There is no more stone for him to take. Husbandry, bloodlines for our Turk means that all of a sudden these Hussars are just going to be deadly. But 3 barracks in the back. Remember, this is still the same as almost 10 generic barracks. So DauT is not out yet. He's getting chemistry now. Skirmisher attack at 7 extra bonus armor of 4 against archers, and he is slowly picking off individual units. How many archery ranges does he have? 6. I mean, things definitely look dire for our Goth, but not terrible, not world ending. Okay, bombards. Oh, there's 4 of them. He added 1 more. Oh no. Oh no, just now getting the pikeman upgrade, but let's take a look at how fast they produce. Take a look at the bottom left of your screen. Oh my god, look at that. I can't even finish a sentence before the next pikeman comes out. The problem is, he hasn't taken out these hand cannoneers. He needs a few more skirmishers. Look at their HP. It's terrible. It's at less than half. If he can just snipe a few more, these pikemen will be safe. Remember the Goths, no gambesons, no plate mail armor. But it doesn't matter. Their production speed is what can overwhelm the Turk, who has now inserted himself into the center here. Oh, our Goth needs to pivot, but is it too late to pivot? I mean, pivot physically. Mr. Yo selling food for gold. Oh, that was disgusting. That was absolutely terrible. And that's a what, like 7 kills in one shot. 67 kills for these bombard cannons. Okay. He is picking them off. If he can keep picking off individual units. Let's see another half hour of this kind of battle here. Because again, if Mr. Yo loses these hand cannoneers, or is it too much? I guess it's too much. I guess it's too much. Oh my goodness. So Gothic Hussars. Oh my god. Turkish Hussars. Jeez Louise. Turkish Hussars save the day here for Mr. Yo, who keeps alive his big damage dealing death dealers, and DauT just not able to get rid of them. And Mr. Yo, the king of holds, has held again. First there was the towers, then there was the castle, then there was the Huskarl spam, and he did not give an S about any of them, or even an F about any of them, and now he's taking his opponent's gold, because why the hell not? You are putting on pressure, and yeah, DauT just taking a few too many of these bombard cannon balls to the face. 72 kills, only 7 friendly fire, less than 10% is always an amazing ratio, and now his archery ranges are being attacked. Look at all his wood. DauT, 1,800 wood. Not sure why he's floating so much. Again, all barracks units are cheaper, and he's building elite skirmishers. Was it too late to pivot here? Looks like this entire area got gutted for the first time in the game. Mysterio is ahead, villagers, and he was ahead for a little while in army supply as well. Wow, what an absolute crazy game. When you put 2 beasts in a cage with very few resources, man, do they get ferocious. DauT aggressive, Mr. Yo with 0 army supply at the 20-minute mark of the game. I don't know what to say. It's just been an amazing game. 130 skirmishers. I think they were elite for the most part. Janissaries 51. Would have loved to see more hand cannoneers. This is, by the way, exactly what I'm talking about in my June patch. If you're an Imperial and if your economy is such that you just can't afford to get the elite Janissary upgrade, which is not a cheap upgrade, then hand cannoneers become, I think, against an infantry civ, a better option than Janissaries, to be honest. I think their base accuracy is also higher. Yeah, 75 to 50. So I'm happy that the practice proved my theory right. And at least in this game, 138 peak APM at the 12-second mark. And for Mr. Yo, kind of halfway through the game. Economy here must be bigger for the Goths. He had such a villager lead for most of the game. No relics on the map, so no relics collected. 7,000 wood, 2,000 food, gold. Our Turk with that 20% faster gold collection. Plus he started tiefing his opponents gold at the end. And stone basically identical. 5 converts is what I wanted to see as well. Double the kill count for our Turk. Not surprising with the super powerful ranged units. I mean, the Goths, what do you want to call their best strategy? Spamming, right? This is not a civilization that's a brute force or finesseful. This is a civilization designed like the Byzantines to spam your opponent. That's why their barracks work 3 times faster than normal, and he just couldn't spam. Every attempt to spam was just met with gunpowder and met with death. And so even though villager count is not too dissimilar, what's 24 villagers among friends? Literally 50% more villagers, but 50% of 48. This is really crazy. Our Turk killed more than double. More than double. Even if you subtract the difference in villagers of 24, this would be 324, right? 48, 24 is 72. He still kills double the military supply of his opponent. And just a fantastic display of what you can do with the Goths on such a small map. I mean, DauT was putting on so much pressure from the beginning of the game. But Mr. Yo, the king of holds yet again, gets the W, overwhelms his opponent with these super powerful tanky units, and takes the W. But GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.